Hey guys, I am Diana Hinojosa. I am your insurance exam teacher.
I'm Liz. I'm here to help as well.
Yes, okay, so guys, we are here to talk to you about becoming an insurance agent. I have been an insurance agent since 2019. Liz is also an insurance agent, and we want you to consider working with us as an insurance agent. We want to help you get started. We're going to give you some bits of information to be thinking about when choosing a company. And again, we want to encourage you to come on board with us and join us in this awesome industry. So here's a little bit about what an insurance agent does. What do we do? Liz, what would you say as far as being an insurance agent? What is like, I guess, overall, what do we do?
A day in the life, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
so insurance agents are going to help people protect themselves from having financial loss or their family, right? So, especially with life insurance, we're probably looking at how that's going to benefit people after they're gone. Um, so, we're going to explain to people about their different options, help them fill everything out. And then when it does come time that they're going to have a claim, then we're there for them as well. So when they're having that very emotional experience, potentially with the life insurance claims, um, we're there, we understand, we're going to make it go as fast and smooth as possible, not ask any extra questions than we need to, and just make sure that we can do as much as possible in that time. That is very, very important, to do things quickly and kindly. And also, as an agent, it's super important to stay up to date on the rules and all the different products so that we can give the best advice to people.
Yes, definitely. So, pretty much like Liz said, we sell policies to people. And as you can see from our images, we sell income protection policies. Those are going to be your 403Bs, your IRAs, all of that, life insurance, car insurance. We actually don't sell car insurance as of yet, but we help people with pretty much every other type of insurances. So, we sit down with them, we meet with them, find out what they need, how to help them best, and then all we do is take that application, send that policy over, and that's essentially what our job is, right? I mean, all we do is take the application. Eventually, we get them a policy, we take it to them, and that's it. So, if you want to become an insurance agent, pretty much that's what we do. So, let's talk about the differences between an agent and a broker.
Well, I think this slide kind of says it all for
Yeah.
everyone, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to be an agent or do you want to be a broker? Honestly, the choice is yours. If you decide you want to only work with one company, that's fine. If you decide you want to be a broker and work with many companies, that's fine. If you go the broker route and just then you investigate all the different companies, see what's a good fit, you can still decide you want to only work with certain agencies. So that's fine as well, right? Or sorry, with certain companies. So you can still be an independent agent either way.
Yes, and guys, we do in the description section have the links for everything. We have information and we have a link to set up a 30-20 minute chat with us, and we can give you more details about the types of companies we work with, what your paths and what your options are. And again, we want you to consider working with us, and we're going to give you a little bit more information. But basically, one of the main choices that you'd have to do you want to be an agent, work with the one company, or a broker, work with many companies? All right. So, who is this opportunity for? Pretty much a lot of different people. Anybody really who wants to make some extra money, wants to help people. If either of those things describe you, then this opportunity may be for you.
Yeah, and I would say especially let's look at real estate agents. If you're looking at another stream of income and you want to pull in the fact that if something happens, then you have mortgage protection, awesome add-in for you right here. Or if you're already selling insurance, home and auto insurance, why not offer another line? You already know what you're doing, you already sell it well. Um, and if not in either of those categories, this is still a great opportunity for you. because we will teach you how to do all of it. So,
Yes, definitely. So, guys, take a look at that list. If you fall in that category or anything we've just talked about, feel free to contact us. Use the description for more information. One reason, well, a couple of reasons really, some of the benefits of becoming an insurance agent. One reason is the schedule. I love it. I used to be a full-time teacher. I had to, wake up at like 6:30 or whatever, get ready, go straight to school, and come out. Everybody knows teachers don't come out at 4 p.m. We come out at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, 12 hours in the same building, stuck there all day in the same location. So not having that flexibility, right? That's how it would be summed up. But the flexibility to do what you want with your own schedule.
yeah, I love that. And me personally, I'm all about the life of a beach girl.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
I am only ever in my entire life interested in opportunities that are like, I'm in charge of my time. I can do it wherever I want. I can do it at the beach. I can do it with my feet in a hot tub. I can do
Mhm.
it in a different country. I can do it wherever I want and when I want and if I want and not if I don't want to, right? And so I think that that's something that if you haven't been in that part of life yet, that you own your schedule and you own where you're able to work, I highly encourage you to consider doing something like this because imagine what that would feel like if you can just pop open your phone, pop open your computer, and go from there.
It is amazing going from full-time teaching to now in the insurance industry, being able to choose where I'm working from, being able to choose the hours, the days that I want to work is amazing. And another thing too that falls under that category of flexibility is the ability to either work by yourself, be totally independent if you want to be, or to work with the team, to build a team. A lot of people I feel shy away from insurance or certain insurance companies because they feel like, oh, they're going to want me to recruit people, they're going to want me to call people and stuff like that. So guys, again, we want you to work with us. We are calling all y'all USA people everywhere, wherever you're at. If you want to be an insurance agent, you do not have to go in and recruit people. You can with our company. It's not required. You can choose to build a team or you can choose to just contract yourself with the carriers, and we help you do that. By the way, we offer the trainings, the help, the support, all of that to pass your test, get in there, start working. And then we're going to tell you, do you want to build a team? If not, great, then just go do your stuff. If you do want to build a team, we're here to help. We're here to train them, to help them, and all of that. So it's flexibility in that aspect as well. So ask us your questions in the description about any of this, anything we're talking about, whatever questions you do have about becoming an insurance agent. So yeah, flexibility is definitely some of the benefits. All right, so things to things that I get asked. I'm sure it's the same for you, right, Liz? Like they tend to
Yeah,
ask us
yeah.
these main questions.
There's many different insurance companies and um I was actually with a different insurance company than I'm with now with you. So
Mhm.
I've had experiences and you know these are all questions that I feel like I should have asked and I didn't ask and I was upset later on that I didn't know these things when I got involved with a prior company. And
Mhm.
so I think this is like most important part of this entire presentation right now, you guys. If you're going to take notes, please take notes on this right here, what we're talking about. Okay. So she's going to explain a little bit about commission, and I'm going to tell you about the book of business, and we're both going to tell you some of what happens with trainings, but what you should be asking in those categories. And then we will talk about what that looks like with us.
Perfect. All right, guys. So, like Liz said, whatever company you're talking to, whether it's us or anybody else, make sure you keep these three things, minimum these three things in mind, and ask whoever you're talking about, whoever you're considering working with, these questions. First of all, how do you get paid? Not necessarily how, because we all get paid the same through commission. However, how much do you get paid? What is your commission when you're starting out? that is an important thing because truth be told, we're all essentially doing the same thing and we're all essentially working for the same carriers. So would you rather get paid 25% or 70%? If you give you a second, if you said 70, which I hope you did, this is what your paycheck would look like. Because it's true. It's like, well, do you want to work with this client, sit with them for 2 hours and get paid 25% or 70%? I hope that they're saying 70. And this is what it looks like. So if the monthly premium the customer will pay each month is $100, the company multiplies that by 12. You're going to see 1,200. That's your annual premium, how much that policy is worth to the company. Then they're going to look at that number and they're going to say this agent's commission is 70%. They multiply that, they figure out the math, and that equals $840 paid to the agent. Now, here's the thing, depending on your company, your carrier, all that, they're going to pay you a percentage up front, then they're going to save a smaller percentage for later on down the road. So right up front, they're going to say 60%. So that equals to, let's say, $600 next week. And then the rest of that month, 8, 9, and 10, or 10, 11, 12, again, depends on your company, will pay you that rest, the other 30%. So they split that up. Just be aware of that, guys. But in total, what you're going to get for that one customer, that one policy with the 70% commission level, like we start people off at, is $840. If that number was 25%, I believe that's like $235 total. So Liz, would you rather want that 235 or the 840?
I value myself, I value
Uh,
my time, and I would value 70% a lot more than 25%.
yes.
So, all right, so I'll say now, who owns the book of business? So, first off, if you're like super fresh into this and you're like, I don't know what that means, what's a book of business? Is that just all my contacts I know in the whole world? Okay, no, the book of business is like once you acquire a client, who owns the right to the clients? So, what does that
Mhm.
mean? Why does that matter? What does that look like in the long run? That's like, as you take in a new client, is that being signed up to the company and the company owns all the rights and it's part of their mass distribution and it's not yours, it's theirs? Or is it yours and you can talk to these people forever? And when you walk away from the company, these are your clients and they can go with you. Or you are allowed to talk to them and recruit them over if you found a different company that you feel is better. Or say you retire. What
Mhm.
happens to all this hard work that you spent building up, say, hundreds and hundreds of clients? Can you do something? Can you sell off all of your work to someone else? Will the company buy off your book of business? Or is that book of business everything you've been doing just feeding to the company? And if you quit or get fired or walk away for another reason, you lose it all. No, no chunk of money for your effort, no residual, nothing like that. It's like you walk away from the hair salon and you only had clients, all your clients went to the hair salon and the hair salon got to keep them. And now you are not allowed to talk to the people that used to be your regulars, even though you're on your own or you're at a different location. So you
Yeah.
can think of it like that in real life, where all this effort you put in,
Mhm.
when it's time for something different in your life, which you do need to think will happen someday. Okay, so do think about that. When do you want that to happen? And what does that look like when it does happen? This is a super important question that I wish I had asked before I first got involved with another company, because why would I just be giving them my clients that I can't, when I find something that's better situation, take it with me or etc. So anyway, that's why personally I think that it's super important that you can own your book of business because, for example, with who we're with now, you can sell your book of business back to the company and they will,
Mhm.
like, the company will buy it from you instead of they just own it and you get nothing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that happened to me with my old company. I worked with them for about 5 years. When I was not happy anymore with them and ready to go to somewhere else, my business, my book of business, my clients stayed with my former company. Legally, it's in the contract, can't do anything about it really. And that's that. And that sucks. So this company does not do that to you. So agreed, 100%, very important question to think about, to ask, and to be clear on. And guys, tip for you. If you are unsure, if you have more questions beyond what that manager or hiring individual may be trying to tell you or the person trying to recruit you, call the 800 number for the company. Call their corporate offices and literally ask them all of these questions because sometimes the people you are talking to may not be 100% upfront because they want to recruit you. They want you to sign up with them. So call their corporate offices. I had somebody do that recently, and guess what, Liz? Turns out that a lot of the stuff that the person trying to recruit them was telling them was not fact. Now, was the person doing it on purpose or not? Who knows? Maybe they were misinformed too, but because they could have been told that by whoever recruited them, right? But that is how to find and get to the source of that information. So, word to the wise, hopefully, I'll take that bit of information too. And that's, again, one of the main, probably most important questions to ask on here, too. So, training, ask what kind of training is offered for you? What kind of support are you going to get? With us, the very first thing you're going to do is we are going to help you pass your insurance exam. So, we are going to offer you our class. We have a class where we meet twice a week, and we are going to step one, get you to pass that insurance exam. Once we get you contracted and signed up officially with the company and you're working and ready to go, we're going to give you some weekly trainings. Our company offers 5 trainings a week, sometimes more. So you get a whole ton of trainings. They're recorded, all of that. So if you're working, can't make this one, can't make that one, you can go back in and view them. You can go back in and view a whole bunch of other stuff too. So that's one avenue for training. You also get career training, meaning that you will sit one-on-one with somebody and they are going to help you how to do marketing, how to do the sales, how to fill out the applications, how to actually do what we need to do as far as your job, like selling, creating the policies, all of that. The carriers themselves actually have trainings on top of that too that we can always jump on. And again, like Liz mentioned earlier, our company represents many big companies. If you sign up with 2 of them, then those 2 companies are going to have extra trainings for you about their specific products. If you sign up with 5 or 10, then you have even that much more trainings that you can join. And then sales training, we offer extra trainings, which again kind of goes into the marketing, goes into the actual sitting down with the clients, talking to the clients, having our sales presentation and everything, learning how to do all of those things. So that right there, guys, covered. What would you like to add to that, Liz? What else would you say that I've missed on this?
I would just say, so if you're taking notes on this right now, here's going to be your recap, okay? Just on the whole slide in general. How do you get paid? So find out what your starting percent is. When you want to leave the company, who owns the clients? They might try to do something, so watch out for this, okay? The way that they might be talking about it will be if your downline leaves, all of the people roll up to you. Okay? So basically that's saying, hey, the company owns your book of business, and if you leave, your upline takes all of your clients. So watch for that. It might be worded that way. They're not going to want to tell you the second way that I just said that, of they'll take all your clients. They're going to say you'll keep everyone below you if someone leaves, but if you're having a great organization, people are not tending to leave at a point that would be relevant that you would even be considering that question, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
then for training, yes, ask them, what is the frequency? What type is it? Zoom is what we do. I think that's probably pretty typical for everyone though.
Mm-hmm.
And then what types? Do they have one-to-one people you can actually work with if you need it? Is that free of charge? Do they have group meetings? Like that's probably the normal one that everyone has. And then like she was saying, all the different topics that are covered and who it's covered through, find out those things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Perfect.
and most importantly, for the people who are not yet an agent, what resources do they have for you to pass your test? That's like so important. And that's why we focus a lot on how to pass your exam.
Mm-hmm. Yes, our insurance exam course, like I mentioned a minute ago, so perfect. Most importantly, you are super brand new. You are not licensed already. You need to take the test. First step before you can do anything of what we just talked about. What resources do you have to pass the test? Depending on your state, you take our course, you're working with us, we're going to sign you up and we're going to help you pass that test. Then step two, get you contracted, get you working, and that's where we put you into the sales training, carrier trainings, all of that type of stuff. But first, you're going to work with us, and this is what type of training we offer. So we have an online platform. You get your own password. You get to sign in day or night whenever you want. You study 24/7. Weekly live classes, Wednesday evenings, Saturday evenings, as of right now. So twice a week, you get us on Zoom. We talk about the classes. We go through the questions. We talk about the topics. We break everything down, super simple to understand. And then we give you some testing and some study strategies. And this is like Liz's forte, guys.
Yes.
She can memorize a 20-digit number in 2 seconds, maybe 10. Okay, but still, like, I don't know how she does that. So yeah, study and testing strategies. Liz is a whiz with all of that.
That is definitely a lot of why I'm involved in all this. I think it's super important for people to, as a client, be very informed about how insurance works. And as someone who wants to be providing that opportunity for families to have certain protections, I want to make that really fast and fun for you to be able to pass your test because, hey, I don't think most people are excited about passing a test and having to learn a whole bunch of insurance information. But if there's a way that we can make it fun and literally like train their brain and work with the way that they are, what their learning style is and stuff like that, it just makes it so much more enjoyable through the process. And so that's like what I really love seeing and being a part of here is let's make learning fun. This is not something that I want you to think, um, oh my gosh, I have to like pass a test if I want to do this job. That's too much. Like,
Yeah.
no, literally, I'm a top level certified tutor for over 10 years. And now I do stuff with Genius Academy. So I'm trained in all the best methods for learning and memorization. And we can make it so fun. And it's going to be a lot easier than you think it is. So please don't let the fact of a test be something that deters you. I want you to think, hey, this is going to be an awesome opportunity. I'm going to pass this test and feel so good. And I'm going to tell everyone, guess what? I have a new certification. Okay. So please think about what an awesome thing that is for yourself and your confidence and being able to go out and tell everybody this new opportunity. It's really cool way to also find your first clients when you post on your social media that you're now certified in something new. So it's a very easy step that you can use right away to get a lot of people looking at you.
Yes, definitely. So the studying and the testing strategies, the study routines, the study strategies, we're going to make it easy. Number one, we're going to make it fun. And that is literally what we're told all the time about our class. Sometimes people don't even want to get off when we're done. They're like wanting to stay and chill and stuff, which is kind of cool too. And then, of course, ongoing support. So not only do we work with you to pass this test, we're going to also help you with the trainings because we also do these trainings. We're going to help you with marketing. We're going to help you with getting clients, with actually selling, and everything else that you're going to need. And if you do choose, because remember from earlier, you can do this by yourself and just work yourself, or you can choose to build an organization. You bring somebody in, they're going to be working with us and going through the same process that you are going to be able to go through with us. So guys, with that said, let's just tell you we want you to work with us. We're trying to recruit you. So go down into the description, set up a time to chat. Whatever happens, happens. We will answer all of the questions that you have, or leave a question in the comment section and I or Liz will get back to you. But yeah, schedule a time to meet with us so that we can get you started today.
And you guys, I truly believe that if you're here today and you listened all the way to the end of this, that you know somewhere inside of you that this could actually be a really crazy opportunity for you. So if you're like me and you like working from anywhere, owning your own schedule, and hey, I'm not gonna lie, 70% commission, that's, I mean, it's pretty hard to beat having all those things at once. So anyway, if you feel that way
Starting.
too, huh?
I'm like starting commission. We got to say that too, because it starts
Oh,
at 70, but yeah, they can go up real quick, right? We got them to 80 to 90 to 100 plus. But
yeah,
yeah,
which is actually really crazy, especially plus, right?
yeah.
So yes, I don't actually off the top of my head know anywhere that even you start at that amount. So anyways, thank you guys, and we
Mhm.
would love to connect with you. Have a wonderful day.
Yes. Yes. Have a good day, y'all. Perfect. I think we did good.